Hey you guys, it's your girl, the Real True Divine Feminine, and I come to you today on Think About It Thursday. And I come to you to say, think about every action that you do towards somebody else. Think about who all it will affect. Think about if you dislike somebody so bad and you try to pay someone to harm them, or you try to harm them yourself. Think about everybody that will be affected by it. Not only will that person's people be affected by it, and the people that they love, but your people will also be affected by the things that you do to try to hurt and harm people. Think about it before you start slandering somebody's name and putting false accusations out there concerning somebody. Think about what that do to that person's family. Think about what that do to that person's career. Think about what that does to that person's life. Think about what that's going to do to you and your reputation once the truth come out that it was you spreading all the lies. Think about the stuff that y'all do before you do it. Think about these choices you make to go dig up stuff about people, or look into stuff about people, or make false claims about people for some money. Think about all that stuff that y'all do. Think about it for when it comes back on you. Think about it, how your children will be humiliated because you done lost your careers, how your family will be humiliated, how your spouses will be humiliated to see the extent that you would go to destroy somebody else. Think about it, about when y'all be making all these false claims on people's children, and how y'all be wishing downfall on people's children. Think about it for when it comes, when karma comes back around and one of your children be unalive, or one of your children be critically ill, or one of your children be born with birth defects. Think about what you do and what you say about other people's children and the false claims that you make on other people's children. Think about all the stuff that you can go through when you try to keep somebody from somebody that they supposed to be with. When you try to play God in somebody else's life, think about all the stuff that you're gonna go through, all the stuff your children will go through. Think about everything you do before you do it, because there is a reaction to every action, whether that's physically or spiritually. There is a reaction. You still have to pay for what you have done. So think about it. When you be out here going to other people to harm other people, or telling somebody to look into other people's life and do this other kind of stuff like this, think about what you're doing. Because when you're trying to look into somebody else's life and expose somebody else's secrets, guess what? All your secrets are going to come to the front. And now your whole family is embarrassed. Now you're embarrassed. Now you didn't lost everything. Now your children is going to school and they're embarrassed. So think about what you do before you do it. Think about it before you try to throw dirt and salt on somebody else's name. Think about it and make sure you don't have no skeletons in your closet. Think about what you do before you do it. Think about who you mistreat. Think about who you mishandle. Think about who God sent in to help you and y'all backstab. Think about this. Think about people praying for you, and while people praying for you, you feel like they're gullible and you pray, P-R-E-Y, on their downfall. Think about that. Think about the people that you are trying to use and abuse. Because let me tell you something about a clock. A clock, it keeps going. A wheel keeps turning. So guess what? Think about who you betray before you betray them, because you never know when you're going to need that person again. Think about who you try to cross. Think about who you try to commit fraud against. Think about who you try to mess over and steal from. Think about all these things, because these are consequences. Some of you guys need to really sit down and think about stuff, because some of you guys are still free when people could have went to the people on y'all and testified against y'all. Put the authorities in your life. People could have done a lot of stuff to you, but guess what? Think about it. You still walking free because somebody else showed you some grace. So you guys need to learn how to think about what you do before you do it. Think about how you try to hurt others to satisfy somebody else, to please somebody else. Think about it, because while somebody coming to you and say, hey, I need you to go against Aaron, I need you to go against Aaron. And you team up and go against Aaron, and you're going to be the only person in trouble while that person will be living their life. Think about it while you're going to be sitting on that cold bunk. You heard me? While you're going to be sitting on that cold bunk wishing. You're going to have a whole bunch of times to think about what you did. So think about what you're getting yourself involved in. Think about who you teaming up with. Think about the price somebody trying to put on somebody's head. Is that price worth your freedom? Think about if you being in need of that money at that time and you doing something to hurt and harm somebody else. Will that money last you while you sitting in the penitentiary? Think about these things. Think about before you defraud somebody's name and use their social security number and put stuff all in their name and steal money and all the rest of this. Think about, will the people who you did this crime with, will they hold you down while you sitting in their bunk? Will them books be right while you sitting in their bunks? Will you always be able to hop on their wall phone and make a phone call? Think about this stuff right here. I need you to think. That's why God gave us a brain for us to think. Some of you guys don't be thinking. Y'all just be jumping head first into stuff. I need you to think about how you moving out here. Why you moving out here? Who you associated with? Why you want to be part of that brotherhood? Why you want to be part of that sisterhood? Why you feel like you need to sacrifice this person? Why you need to do that? I need you to sit down and I need you to think about these things, because guess what? When you doing this time, you're going to have a lot of time to think. So why not eliminate the time and think about before you do something? Think about before you do stuff. Think about, why would they come to you, of all people, to make you go against somebody? Think about it, because people be out here trying to make other people miss their blessings and get in line because they see where you are going, and they want to hinder where you're going. So they come with you with a proposition and say, hey, if you get on board, we'll make you part of this brotherhood, we'll make you part of this sisterhood, we'll make you part of this. Think about what you're doing before you do it. Think about what you're getting yourself into. Don't be out here just hopping into something. You really need to sit down and think about, what are you doing before you go and you entertain all this stuff and get involved in all these things. Think about before you go and sleep with somebody, knowing that you're infected, knowing that you're sick and you spreading this disease around. Think about your face being plastered over the news. Think about your name being in the newspaper. Think about them children that gotta go to school and see that their father, their mother, they auntie, they uncle, they grandpa was spreading the disease around. Think about all that. Think about you being named a pedophile for the rest of your life for messing with these underage children and getting them pregnant and then trying to hide that. Think about all this stuff. Think about y'all being a booty bandit, being a quarterback and a receiver, out here sleeping with the boys and then going home to y'all wives. Think about it, because when the boys get upset, they're going to want to expose you. So think about what y'all be doing out here. Think about all this stuff. Think about it before you try to blackmail somebody. Think about it before you get caught up on a tape doing something and people try to use it against you. I need y'all to use y'all common sense. And I know common sense ain't so common in this day and time, but I need y'all to use y'all common sense and think about some stuff before you do it. Think about it. Is it worth your freedom? Think about it. If it's worth your health, think about it. Is it worth your career? Think about it. Is it worth your public humiliation? Think about it. Is it worth your reputation? Think about it. Is it worth bringing your family shame? Think about all these things before you out here moving cutthroat and conniving. Think about it before you try to hurt others. Think about how it will affect yours. Okay? If you don't care about your kids, if you don't care about your bloodline, if you don't care about none of that, then cool. That's good. Move how you want to move. A snake gonna be a snake at the end of the day. But what I need you guys to understand is you guys need to learn how to start thinking about how you moving out here. Think about how you mistreat others. Thinking about this stuff, man. Just don't be doing stuff off your head. Think about how you are kind to others, man. Because in a blinking of an eye, you can find yourself in that situation. In a blinking of an eye, that could be you. So you need to start thinking about how you moving and how you handling people out here. It's your girl, the Real True Divine Feminine, and it's Think About It Thursday. I'm telling you guys, think about what you do before you do it, because there's consequences behind everything. Whether it's good or bad, there's a consequence. And you gotta be You can't be the villain, but also want to play the victim. If you did it, you got to stand on it. You got to face your consequences of what you did. Not crawfish, not try to throw nobody else under the bus, but be a man or a woman and stand and take accountability for what you did. Another thing, taking your own life is not holding accountability for what you did. Want to be gangster and being gangster is two different things. Want to live in the streets and be street is two different things. Want to be a down chick and being down is two different things. Wanting to get street credit and having street credit is two different things. So I'm saying, if you out here and you saying you yeah with the yeah, or you living like that as you say you living like that, when you get jammed up, don't get to ratting. You heard me? Don't get to ratting. Take your lick. Don't try to throw nobody else under the bus on something that you did. Don't try to do that. Take your lick. You heard me? Another thing, ladies. This for my ladies. If you know you're dealing with a man and he a rat, and you mess with him and you have a child for him, just know you created a mouse. So when that mouse, you created a mouse. When that mouse get big, that mouse might be a rat. You heard me? So just know what you getting yourself involved in when you get involved with it. Because that's what it is at the end of the day. If you know you're not really like that, why go play in somebody's hood? Why go play in somebody's business or establishment? Why go play in somebody's society or group if you know you're not really like that? If you know you're not a stepper, and when the people bring that heat, put that steering wheel in your back, you gonna tell everything. I'm just saying. So you got to think about what you do, because a lot of y'all go be part of these cliques and these organizations and be a part of this, but when that trouble come, when they put that pedal to the metal, you snitch and you tell everything that you know. Everything that you know that happened and when it happened, how it happened or whatever. I mean, I keep telling you guys, and I don't know why this coming out in this message right here, because this message is going totally a different way. I didn't see it coming. But that's why I tell you guys, they got the sidewalks and they got the streets. Some of you guys are safer playing on the sidewalk, but no, y'all want to think y'all Iron Chest Charlie and play in the street, knowing you're not living like that, knowing when the people come, you're telling everything that you know, knowing that you cannot face the consequences for what you do. You want to go into this and that and be down, try to sacrifice this person, try to do this for some money, do that for some money, do all the rest of that, and then, but you can't handle that pressure. You understand what I'm saying? You cannot handle that pressure, but you willing to sacrifice somebody else's loved one. You willing to hurt somebody else's loved one, but when they come knocking at your mouth,